5 reasons why a narcissist won't let you move on. Closure. The last stage in releasing the past and moving on to a better future can bring about profound feelings of relief. When one person in a narcissistic relationship leaves, both people are left wondering what went wrong. Hello and welcome. In today's video, I'll go through the top 5 reasons narcissists are so difficult to get away from. If this sounds like something you'd be interested in, just hit the bell icon and then the subscribe button. The last time I updated was at this point. Okay, so let's begin. In the first place, you're like an extra part of yourself to them. This means that you are not more than a means to an end in their view, and they will never apologize for treating you as such. You are seen as a supply that can never run out. Visitors can come back whenever they like, because this will always be available. They are keeping you around as a last resort in case they can't get what they need from elsewhere. It is the second in responsibility command to run things. The only time a narcissist will be concerned is when they can benefit from your pain. The link gives them access to an indirect source of energy. It helps them feel better about their alter ego. This boosts their confidence and esteem. They do this on purpose to steal money or other resources from you in a sneaky way. That you're having a hard time is something they've noticed. Still, they wouldn't move from their current location. They would never tell you why they were making your life difficult, but they would make sure you were in pain continually. Again, it all comes down to nurturing one's individuality. Keeping one's authority is of paramount importance. Immense significance is placed on making an impression on you. That's the case even without them. The third is that they couldn't give a crap. The following seems to contradict something I said only a minute or two ago. Narcissists have selective amnesia, a form of memory loss whereby they focus only on the parts of their lives that support their self-image, to what keeps them going or is essential right now. They are choosy about the information they take in. In other words, people won't keep you in mind if they can't see you. Just a few minutes ago, I was trying to convey that they covet the sense of superiority they get from your anonymity. However, there are situations in which a narcissist can confidently dismiss you because they have access to other, more substantial supply sources. That is to say, if you are not considered a useful resource, you will be ignored and eventually forgotten. What I mean is, it simply doesn't cross their minds that they might miss you. You miss them when you can't get your hands on their supply, and that's the only time they give you any attention too. When the narcissistic connection dissolved, no one ever misses you as much as they never will again. That person can't bring themselves to consider you anymore. Sadly, that's the way things are. Emotional disconnection. They don't give a hoot if you survive or die. Because of how difficult it is, they frequently move on to new partners. Furthermore, they did it hastily and thoughtlessly, barely giving themselves time to grieve. This is because supplying them used to be a game based on extracting resources. As such, this may likewise pose a threat to our continued existence. A few minutes ago, we were talking about the advantages and disadvantages of indirect supply. Now I'll talk about the fourth tactic, which is power exercised through intermediaries. A narcissist will either go nuts or explode in anger if they catch you spending time with another person. That's how it is because they enjoy seeing you hurt. If they don't, you might be initiating a new relationship with them. It's not accidental that they want to dominate you. It's all about supply and demand. Therefore, they want you to beg for forgiveness and another chance. The objective is for you to be extremely flashy. In a word, having commanding power is crucial. Acquiring more authority in a committed relationship is crucial. Herein lies the meat of the issue. What was mentioned earlier is inconsistency in their behavior. They would be against you moving on, but would do whatever to show themselves that they deserved it. That's why they don't give you the final chapter right there. The ability to exercise influence over you is more important than anything else in their lives. Finally, they want to leave you hanging to give the impression that your entire relationship with them is shrouded in mystery. The more covert their operations, the more easily they may exert their influence. The other person intends for you to ruminate over issues like, what was the relationship about? Maybe it was just me. Could you picture him taking that action? Where did that come from? They get a kick out of watching you struggle to keep your footing and eventually realize that you're just holding on by a thread. Somewhere out in the middle of nowhere, feeling hopeless and clueless. The more their requirements are met, the more assured they become. If they are having fun, they will feel better about themselves. If they believe they can persuade you, they will increase their efforts to do so. Therefore, it all comes down to who's in charge. Power, to put it crudely, is everything. The underlying motivation is sadistic. The fact that you can still use this information after they've moved on is far more important. To sum up, these are the basic concepts and explanations for why you will not be provided with closure. For the reasons I just explained, they will never give it to you. So I hope I was able to convince you today that you must seek out your resolution. I'll be back in the next video on the Narcissist Exposed channel, but in the meanwhile, I hope you're feeling better.